1051.
It's Power 1051. It's the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building this morning.
Yup.
Yes, one of my favorite people in the world.
The homie T.I.P. T.I.'s here.
What's good? What's happening?
What's up, homie? Welcome home.
Man, thank you.
How's everything?
Everything's everything, man.
First and foremost, you back on your Grizzly, like sounding like Tip, I'm Serious, trap music, urban legend T.I.
You know, that was my definite intention. I felt that, you know, it was important to get back to the roots, to the foundation of things.
It makes us all think that when the No Mercy album came out, I thought it was a pretty good album. A lot of people didn't like
last
it.
album.
It was all right.
I didn't love the
He said
last
it was
album.
alright.
Last album, we had an argument on there.
We did.
I didn't love the last album.
It was mailed in. I think it was more of a, let me go ahead and give this to the people before I go off.
True. That's exactly what it was.
Now this one, he backed the Tip.
Yeah, you turned it back on.
But
now.
FYI, that album performed better than a lot of people who was out here ripping and running.
We didn't say performance. We
I'm
just
just
said
saying
that wasn't T.I. we were used to.
But at the same time, now, you know, music is based on inspiration. Music is based on, you know, where you are emotionally, where your mind, your heart is. So you just got a piece of where my mind and my heart was at the time. You know what I'm saying?
You was very apologetic then. And I'm glad you came out this time with no apologies. Like, look, I did that. It's over. Let's keep it moving.
But that's just how I felt, though. You know what I'm saying? I was down on myself. Nobody, even as critical as the world may be of me, nobody is more critical of me than I am of myself. So you were just getting a taste of how I was feeling inside. You know, that's just how my music is.
This T.I. sound hungry, T.I. This sound broke, ribs touching, car notes due, babies crying.
To be fair,
This
T.I. is
like.
more bulky than ever before. It looks like he was doing a lot of push-ups and working out while you was locked
Man,
up.
don't do that. Yeah, I
You
mean,
do look like it.
I did. I was on the Charlemagne workout plan.
Listen, man, I talk too
You don't want
crazy
to
not
get
to
that
be working
thick.
out.
Charlemagne is way too thick.
I talk too crazy not to be on the weight.
Yeah.
We saw you on Howard Stern say you got into a fight in prison?
That was the first time I was in there, man.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
You know, but I mean, he was just asking me about incidents, about how altercations took place. He asked me had I ever gone through that. I said, yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? But not this particular time. That was the first time I went.
But why does T.I. get in a fight in prison? Like, who messes with T.I. in prison?
Yeah, well, you know,
was it a rap battle that went bad?
Nah, now that's what I never engage in. You know,
Rap battles in prison.
It was a situation. You know what I'm saying? I guess I had probably been there about a month or so, and it wasn't face to face like total disrespect, that kind of thing. It was just, you know, a guy who I was rocking with, you know, say, hey man, you know, man, I was just hollering at this dude. I had to, you know, straight knee dudes out here, man. They were talking, they said this, that, and the other about you. I was like, what they say? Man, you know, he told me what they said, and I took it as disrespectful. So you know what I'm saying? I went and I told, you know, I asked dude, that's how you feel? Man, you know, he's like, well, yeah, yada, yada, yada. I said, well, I need to see you.
T.I. said, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a T.I. line. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Now, T.I., I was partying in Atlanta with you when you got out of prison. You didn't know it, but I was like...
Where were you?
I was at SO.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
And then I was also
that
at...
was the hood spot,
And
too.
I was at Compound.
You was at Compound?
Yeah, I was there as well. So
okay. Compound was
I definitely felt like
stupid.
my life was in danger everywhere I went, though. I'm not going to lie, in Atlanta that weekend.
You say you felt like your life was in danger?
Yes, I was like, yo, what's
you
going
went with
on?
us, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to rock with the mob.
It was a little too crazy, a little too crowded.
Hey, man, well, you know.
Around you. And you know what's interesting to me the most right now?
What's that?
Besides just the music, by the way,
All right.
which, you know, we all enjoying everything that you've been putting out.
Thank you.
But you have a relationship book coming out. Now, I need some relationship advice.
All right, let's hear it.
All right?
Let's
And
hear
I'm
it.
so curious to hear what kind of advice that you would give.
It makes a lot of sense for you to put out a relationship book, though. You and Tiny been together forever. Y'all got married. It works.
I mean,
Charlemagne's been with his girl for 13 years, and he still hasn't put his ring on
I'm
it.
about to get married. Give me a minute.
Yeah, but see, let's not pressure. Let's not.
There you go. There you
Too
go.
much, man. that you know that pressure, man. It deteriorates a relationship more
It
than
was
anything. Yeah, man. So let's not do that. But
So you don't think-
what's your advice? What you need advice?
She
on?
hasn't had penis in a long time.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, we started this Lonely Vagina Club, but
A lonely vagina club.
Her standard's too high.
What's your
now
standards?
they think my standards are too high.
What's your standards?
Do you think that I should lower my standards? Well, I want to be with somebody that doesn't cheat on me.
It's not going to happen. Not in 2011.
What's
gotta
wrong with
stay-
that? I
you
can't be in
got-
a monogamous relationship.
Nah, it's not that. No, that's not true. But you have to stay with the person for you know what I'm saying, for a period of time and work out the kinks, as they call it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think everybody cheats?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, I'm not going. On record, I'm saying that is not true. What I'm saying is, at the beginning of a relationship, you have to work your way to a point where, you know what I'm saying, where that man has actually settled into the idea of being with only you.
Okay, so in the beginning.
In the beginning, you should cheat with him, Angela Yee. That's what I keep trying to tell you.
Oh, boy.
Cheat with him.
All right, and then I think the other problem is they think that I need to lower my standards more because I want somebody that's like ambitious, and you know, a lot of people don't have jobs now. Is it okay for me to date somebody that makes less money than I do?
Absolutely, it is. As long as you all are happy. If he makes you happy.
She gonna drive
You
that
never
order.
know what the future. You never know what the future holds.
She'll drive him crazy. Angela in the street every day,
Yeah, that's another
Oh,
problem.
yeah,
But wait,
hanging
in
out
all
with the Mike
fairness,
Kaisers of the world.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
around people like
Mike
you,
Kaiser's
T.I.,
my best
hanging
friend.
out of town all the time.
Wow.
Going
but
on trips.
It's
Well,
work
yeah,
related.
That's well, you know
It's
what?
work
That's-
related.
You know what? That's gonna be a problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
That's probably
He
gonna be
drive
a
an
problem.
ordinary crazy.
Oh boy! Now a lot of people were mad that when you got home, instead
Yeah.
of staying in the house, you went out and party.
That's their business.
Now they were upset, saying that they were scared that something could happen again.
But
And
listen. Why are y'all up? Why are they upset, man? Don't listen, man. I mean, let me do me, man. Let me do me. I ain't breaking no laws. I ain't bothering nobody. Let me do me. You know what I'm saying? Just let me rock.
Plus, I said he has music coming out. You got to go to the club, feel the pulse of everything.
I go to the club to promote my product. I go to the club, man, to interact with my fans. I go to the club to pick up large sacks of money. Please let me do me, man.
But you know you can't control the environment that you're in. Like I heard you say in an interview that if Diddy would have got to a situation, you didn't want to be in a situation that would cause you to get in trouble.
Which is why I stepped in and I intervened and you know what I'm saying, I resolved it before it made its way to a point where I could not have any influence over it.
And Diddy did apologize afterward and said he shouldn't have did. Because I said he shouldn't have done that either. Don't do that.
Have you and Diddy spoke since then?
Yeah, we talk almost every day, man. Well, you know, at least text, telephone. You know what I'm saying? We in very close contact with one another. And, you know, what I did, man, it wasn't in no way to try and disrespect, bro. It wasn't in no way to try and check, bro. I was just trying to manage the circumstances.
Right. And you have new management now, too?
I have added on to my management.
Okay, explain that. What made
Explain
what made you
business
decide to do
decisions.
that?
Are you serious? Okay.
Look, you know I'm gonna ask you anything. Explain
mean,
your
man,
business decision.
That's what we did. We collectively agreed that we were going to beef up our management, our management team, so we could take advantage of more opportunities and that we could focus. Everyone could focus more on specific areas.
Right, because it seems like you do a lot already now.
Yeah, and it's a lot for.
You have a book that just came out this week.
Yeah.
So this book, Power and Beauty, this takes place in New York City?
No.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay, I don't know why.
I mean, it's based in Atlanta, but then you know it also people the characters go to New York and live for a while because Beauty, she's in the fashion industry.
Right.
Or trying to break into the fashion industry. So she comes to New York to you know what I'm saying, to rub elbows with those and learn from the people who do it best. And, you know, New York is one of the meccas for that. Power, he also, you know, his travels take him from Chicago, Miami, and then, you know, other characters go to Tokyo. And, you know what I'm saying?
So you wrote most of this while you were in prison?
Yeah.
That's kind of awkward to sell. Maybe like, yo, T.I., what you over there writing? You be like, a love story.
I let him read it. I let him read it, though. I let him read it. See, now it's a love story because, you know, the characters have a conflict, you know what I'm saying, a love conflict. But it's also a crime novel, a mystery novel. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things. And I let two groups of people read it. I let the group that only read street lit, and I let the group that never read street lit read it, and both of them found things to relate to, and that's what I was going for, because I feel like that hasn't been captured, that hasn't been achieved since Sister Soldier did Coldest Winter Ever. Now I like I love Midnight, the books. I read both of them.
I read them both too.
Yeah, I love the Midnight books. But some people, like those guys who only read street lit, they like, man, it's too slow. And what they doing, man? I ain't with this.
Right.
It wasn't enough
action.
Yeah,
right.
So I wanted to balance that. I wanted to balance the power and the beauty, if you will.
All right.
Now, as an ATL rap veteran, why you think the grip ATL once had on the music scene is loosened up a bit?
Man, you know what, man? I'm asking myself that right now, man. But whatever it is, I tend to put a end to that. I need us back in our place of prominence, and I'm doing all in my power to make sure we do that. I think it got a lot to do with people simply not caring. Everybody going for self. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing things with the best interest of the town in mind.
It seems like Atlanta's like New York right now. Like artists not together.
Yeah, I guess you know what I'm saying. People done got on their own. They done got on their own 1-2. They ain't really. It's not no camaraderie anymore.
Right.
It's no support system.
Right.
And it ain't no commission. It wasn't no heads. It wasn't nobody assuming the responsibility of, I'm the head of this, or I'm going to organize this in a way that we'll be able to achieve certain goals. And back when it was Outkast and Goody Mob, they pretty much passed the torch over to Lil Jon, Chris, and myself.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Now, Lil Jon, Chris, and myself, we did what we felt was necessary within and around each other, separate and together.
Right.
To put the city where it's supposed to be. Now, I mean, I don't see, it ain't no other group like that that exists right now. You know what I'm saying? You got some that's rocking and they doing what they do, and then you got others that's doing what they do internally inside the city, and they real strong inside the city, but outside they ain't. They ain't there. That presence on Billboard, the presence on the award shows,
right.
The presence on the national overall scale, it just ain't there. So I gotta adjust that.
What do you think of the new crop of ATL artists like the Travis Porters, the Futures, 2 Chainz?
I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Travis Porter, I like Travis Porter's movement. I think for the youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that's a nice movement. I got to get more into their music before I can really make an intelligent determination over how I feel about them. Future, I think I rock with dude, Rocco my guy. So, I definitely support their success. 2 Chainz, man. 2 Chainz been ripping and running for the longest in the town. Riding around and I'm getting it. I think with Future,
I spend it.
I think with Future and 2 Chainz, with artists like that, they got to finish. You know what I'm saying? Right now they got, it's like having a fight on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to finish. Now what are you going to do? What moves you going to make next? How you going to take it from where you are to where you need to be? That's what's going to be that determining factor, the decisions that they make. Their next moves within the next 3-4 months, that's going to determine whether or not, you know what I'm saying, is solidified on a national level, or whether it will remain on the level it's on.
Well, your verse on that made me know T.I. was back. Your verse on that record, I said, this boy's not playing no more.
Do you consult with the artists, like somebody like Jeezy, for example? Like,
Sure.
why do you think Jeezy is cold right now?
Man, I don't think Jeezy. I think, man, Jeezy trying to find a way to reinvent himself and still keep them same key fans, that key audience. And I think with Jeezy, all he got to do is stick. If he put out something and say, man, y'all, this is it, then the town gonna rock with him. He got the movement behind him.
Right.
He just got to be certain that this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. And it could be out of Jesus' hands a little bit. It could be due to matters that beyond Jesus' control. We don't know what's going on in that building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know if they
pushing the button.
Exactly. You know, we don't know if they missing opportunities. So and then you got to think about it. In that building, there have been,
internal beefs, right? New chairs, right?
I'm talking about the executive staff. There have been musical chairs. When he started this situation, certain people were in power. Then those people were out of power. Then next thing you know, you got somebody new you ain't never worked with before, so you don't know how that's affecting his circumstances.
Now let me ask you a question, Taylor. I hate to go back to jail, but back to jail.
Man, let's not.
Everybody
go back
hates to
jail.
go back